So Lucas comes out, and there's high fives all the way around. The Stars are 20 minutes away from grasping a boot and ball trophy. Leading Baltimore Celtic 3-0 in the U18 championship game here at Toyota Stadium in Frisco, home of FC Dallas. And all eyes will be on the FC Dallas Academy tonight in the Gordon Jago Supergroup when they take on Monterey.
It's sure to be a great match tonight. Fantastic FC Dallas side.
We've got two English teams that are going to square off for the U19 title before that when Knowlesy takes on the Liverpool FC Foundation. Rieger couldn't trap it with the initial touch, trying to win the ball back now. Slipping on the far side was Pinheiro, and that allows Baltimore to reclaim possession. Frendock lifts it up the right side. It comes back to Rieger. Rieger marked by Velloso, who's getting help from Arrays, and it's a throw for Baltimore.
Nice double team by Arrays there, coming in, helping out his defender.
The third substitution of the match coming up for the Cedar Stars, who will bring Thiago Ribeiro into the game. Yavalanis is coming out. Gavalanis has been spectacular today. He's one of the 3 goal scorers. He tallied in the 62nd minute.
He's had a really good game.
Frendock, hoping to get an opportunity here, has to play it back to Cyrus. Cyrus moves to his left, sends one into the area for Kouemi. Kouemi finds a man open on the left side of the box. It's the sub Putnam. Putnam had his eyes on the far side netting, but it was blocked. It will be a corner kick coming up for Baltimore.
You see Kouemi there just put that ball wide. Just unable to get enough power behind that. Was reaching for it the entire time.
Kouemi has been taking these corner kicks, but this time it's Frendock. The official blew his whistle before the corner kick was delivered. And he's got some words for both sides. Frendock from the left corner circle. The header in front, but it is grabbed by Esplater, the keeper, who gets it out quickly to Pinheiro. Moreno not able to get around Ehart.
Good defending by Ehart. Legs are tired. It's the last thing you want to have to do is chase back and defend.
Alves with the throw. Kouemi has it. Kouemi trying to get around Johnson. Somebody blew a tire.
Johnson threw a shoe.
And now Johnson struggling to get that shoe back on. You don't see that happen a lot in soccer. You see it a lot more often in American football. Somebody will lose a shoe. Velloso playing it to the far side. They say it went into touch. It's a throw for Baltimore.
Referee's assistants on the sidelines calling him over to have a discussion. Not sure what she saw.
Nothing changes. Cyrus will have the throw of the right side looking for Kouemi. Kouemi has it as he's marked by Ebenezer. Kouemi lost his footing. He grabbed Ebenezer. Stars coming out of the back into the middle third. They get it to Ribeiro. Ribeiro, who just came into the match.
They got numbers if they go.
Ribeiro with a little soft pass in the area. Moving toward the middle, and Pinheiro scores.
Can't really say enough about Pinheiro, how good he's been today. A really classy finish here.
His second goal of the game, and it comes in the 76th minute.
You see the ball's laid off for him. Drops the shoulder not once but twice. And then finishes with a strong shot right past Jones.
Pinheiro scores the second and the fourth goals of the game for the Cedar Stars.
Again, that's the first defender fly by. Fakes out the second defender as well.
I got Pinheiro as the man of the match.
Absolutely. Yeah, some really cool, calm finishes. Caused all sorts of havoc down this left side early in the first half.
Trying to keep it in play is Ehart. Directed toward Putnam. And then Ebenezer gets there for the Stars. Let's take a look at this from goal cam.
Yeah, I see the first defender fly by. Slots it home. Jones can only look at it as it goes past. But as good as Pinheiro has been all night long on that left side, Ebenezer has been pretty strong there in the back for him as well.
Alvin Zwane sends one ahead for Ribeiro. Blassow is there to make the sliding tackle. Gives up the throw, but that'll give Celtic a chance to get back and play defense. So more substitutions being made now. Johnson, who scored the first goal of the game in the 24th minute, comes out of the game for the Cedar Stars.
Scored a really good goal with that header.
And Massimo Mazzella is going to check in. Coming up, the U19 championship game here at Toyota Stadium. We'll see two English sides, Liverpool FC Foundation taking on Knowsley. And it's the second time in recent years that we've seen that Liverpool FC Foundation in a final. This is it's kind of a different approach for England. These are players who aren't necessarily being groomed for professional soccer, but rather collegiate soccer.
Right. And already you see a number of their alumni in many rosters around the United States, all different collegiate levels. Also,
so it's an idea that's working.
It is working. And obviously they do get a lot of exposure as they come here and play at the Dallas Cup through the years. Hundreds of college coaches are here scouting.
Absolutely.
Along with professional scouts from many professional teams throughout the world.
So if you're grooming players for collegiate soccer, it's probably a good idea to come to Dallas Cup.
If you can get in.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You can get in, invitation or qualification.
Yep. It's not enough to say I want to come to Dallas Cup. So we had a couple of more substitutions, and that includes in goal. Max Blacker has come into play goal now for the Stars. Sure, they got all the easy names to pronounce on the bench. Now they come in with just over 11 minutes to play. This is Moffat-Zwane trying to get around Ehart, and Moffat-Zwane shows his speed on the ball as it crosses halfway, pushes it up the right channel, and that's a great sliding tackle made by Blassow. He's given an all-out effort today in the back for Baltimore.
Really good effort there. Blassow gets in the tackle nice and strong. Moffat-Zwane just plays that ball a little bit too far in front of him. And here comes the sub for Baltimore Celtic. Yeah, just again a very good tackle. Moffat-Zwane goes over the top of him. And again,
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, just more subs coming on.
Caltabiano is coming on for Baltimore. Franco Caltabiano. And also entering the game is Jacob Steinberg. So that's 5 substitutions now for Baltimore.
Well, it's nice the managers are getting some of these players on. Be able to say I played in the Dallas Cup Final.
Alves with this throw. Stars clear it into the seats. That's Berets. Pretty emphatically sending it out of play. Celtic would like to at least get 1 on the board here, trailing 4-0 in the 82nd minute. They know that boot and ball trophy has probably eluded their grasp here this afternoon. Esplater is going to have to share the clean sheet if that's the way it unfolds with Blacker, who's come in here with time running out. Nice gesture by the coaching staff, though, to get Blacker on for the Stars. Silvers Owusu, he's done a great job with these Cedar Stars out of Newark, New Jersey. And I do think soccer is fairly popular in that region. You know, we talk about these international teams coming and visiting Dallas and getting a chance to come to Texas. Maybe not the culture shock that you would have like the team from Japan, but I guarantee you these guys from the New Jersey area find things a little bit different here in Texas. Baltimore Celtic getting into the attacking third. This is Gielan. Gielan with the cross. He's got Putnam, but it never gets to Putnam as it's headed away by Alves. Still in the area, and then cleared by Ebenezer. That U.S. team that finally broke through and made it to the World Cup for the first time in forever, since the 30s, they had a lot of players from that New Jersey region.
Well, it's like you said, just a stronghold of great soccer players that come through there, that Kearney, New Jersey area. Tab Ramos, obviously from that area. John Harkes, Tony Miola.
You robbed me of mine. I was going to say Tony Miola, the great keeper for the U.S. national soccer team.
And Ramos had his under-23 U.S. national team here.
They played River Plate for the championship in a game that was played at the Cotton Bowl when we played the championship game there a couple of years ago. That game was played through some threatening weather.
What a great game it was. And now you look at that roster that he had there. At that time he was preparing for the World Championships down in New Zealand. And the roster of those players now are just littered with across England.
Putnam from distance misses the mark.
Different professional teams throughout the world. All those players have gone on to. Again, we talk about the alumni that have come through the Dallas Cup. It's just staggering where these players end up
Kellen
at.
Acosta was part of that group who came out of the FC Dallas Academy. Right. And he's still brokenhearted that U.S. side was unable to capture the boot and ball trophy. But he has fond memories of Dallas Cup, but he sure would like to have taken home the trophy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it means a lot to these guys. And River Plate, you remember seeing this when they arrived back at their home at River Plate. The bus arrives, and hundreds and hundreds of fans are out welcoming them back. This means so much to them.
Blassow winning this ball. Putnam getting off a shot from the 18, but it's deflected straight up in the air, and it comes out to Mafanzwani. Putnam got a boot up pretty high there, got away with it. 85 minutes complete of this 90-minute match, and it's a one-sided affair. The Cedar Stars from Newark, New Jersey are just about 5 minutes away from celebrating a U18 championship at the 38th annual Dr. Pepper Dallas Cup. here at Toyota Stadium in Frisco under mostly cloudy skies. The sun's been trying to break through throughout the second half of this match. Baltimore's been unable to break through. And they're in danger of giving up another goal if they're not careful here. And Jones has it as time winds down here in the U18 championship game. We've got the Gordon Jago Supergroup coming up later tonight. We've got Gordon Jago here right now. How's it going, Gordon? It's been a fun tournament.
It has, but for me, I'm struggling. I'm dead on my feet. I'm getting too old for this.
Well, I don't think I've ever heard you say that you're dead on your feet. You're so energetic all the time. The rest of us envy you.
But it's been a very successful tournament. I think we've seen a very high standard of play. We've had the first Japanese team ever to win.
And as a former coach, you had to really enjoy the way they played the game.
Yes, excellent soccer. Somebody's doing a hell of a good job back there with those young men.
I know they've been influenced a little bit by the Brazilians and Spanish. And we had the Japanese team a couple of years ago in the super group that made it all the way to the final.
That's right. They lost to Fulham. They were a very young team, and they were just overcome by the physical side of it. They were shattered, but they got to the final and lost that. But this is, as I say, under 16, and as you said, they played excellent soccer.
We had some great games here yesterday, and of course the story of this Dallas Cup is the success of the FC Dallas Academy.
Oh, I saw them play their first game, and they absolutely slaughtered Everton.
Yeah.
And Everton were the winners from last year, but they really played well throughout. And I think FC Dallas, when you look right at all age levels, they have been well represented.
You know, they had through all age groups, they got through group play into the knockout stage, and I think, and I may not have these numbers exactly right, but they had outscored the opposition like 55-5 combined.
Yes, every side that they put in played very well. And again,
and played up an age.
Yes, they had to, because that's right. So, again, congratulations to FC Dallas, because they're doing a fine job in developing these young men.
They've already got their hands on one boot and ball trophy. Do you think they have a chance tonight against Monterey?
I do. I really do. If they perform as they played in the preliminary rounds, they are in with a very, very good chance.
I tell you what, I was there. I saw them stun Everton, and then I think Coritiba was shocked by how well FC Dallas played.
Yeah, because I think they were the favourites to go through Coritiba, and again, FC Dallas performed excellently and fully deserved. There's no good fortune. They fully deserve to be in the final.
I always, when we get a chance, Gordon, I always like to take your temperature on the state of American soccer. As Muffin Zwane moves in here inside the 18, unable to get off a shot. But you're always very honest, and I know you're going to be frank. Where are we as far as American soccer is concerned?
Well, at youth level, I mean, we're seeing certainly like with the national under 15, under 17 teams, they're really coming along, and the technical ability and their knowledge of tactics increasing all the time. We still have a problem when we come from college out into the wide world of soccer. It's very difficult because the college program is limited. They only play 20 games possibly,
right?
And of those 20, perhaps 4 or 5 are really difficult. So they're not getting a chance to develop. So when they come out of college after 4 years, they're nowhere near a Brazilian, German, English boy who went into a professional team at 17. By the time he's 20, 21, he's either in the first team or he's gone. So we have a little bit of a problem at the moment taking that next step. But and if you look at our results of Dallas Cup, 13, 14, 15, invariably American side, 16, 17, an overseas team. But again,
and Baltimore gets on the board. Gielan with the diving header from 8 yards out, and Baltimore avoids the clean sheet. They get on the board. We've got these two Northeastern teams battling for this boot and ball trophy, and Dev and I were talking a moment ago, we don't remember two Northeastern teams. It's kind of unusual.
Yes, and we're seeing that there's a lot of firsts this year. And of course, in the next game, we've got Liverpool versus Knowlesley. And well, Knowlesley, for all our listeners, Knowlesley is a suburb of Liverpool. And it does have Everton's training ground in their area, so it'll be interesting to see.
And that Liverpool FC Foundation, that's interesting because they're developing players for college.
Yes.
They've almost taken the American model.
That's right. Oh, yes. And that started with Knowlesley. Knowlesley had a lot of players that were invited to get scholarships from the college coaches that were attending the Dallas Cup. And again, it's now been with the foundation. They're providing that opportunity, which is marvellous for a young boy from Liverpool, perhaps not got too much going for him. And he comes here, plays soccer, and gets a scholarship.
Well, we're down to about, we had 3 minutes of stoppage time posted. Gordon, we always love seeing you. You're kind of sneaky coming in at the end of this match. You knew we only had limited time, but we love talking to you.
Well, my pleasure, and as always, thanks for all you do.
And I owe you a debt of gratitude because you brought me into Dallas Cup back in, I think it was 03 when Tigres played the U.S. national team with Freddie Adu. And we put the game on disc.
Oh,
and now we're broadcasting. We've been doing it for over a decade now, and I appreciate everything you've done for me personally.
Well, it's my pleasure, and thanks for all you've done for everything.
Gordon Jago joining us here at the end of this U18 match, and it's just a matter of time now before the Cedar Stars are lifting up a boot and ball trophy. And always a pleasure to talk to Gordon. So much you want to talk to him about, and we only get a few minutes with him every year here at Dallas Cup, but always great to see him. Such a generous man.
Absolutely. And just a wealth of knowledge from all aspects of the game, from obviously from being a manager in England, QPR.
And by the way, we should tell you he's got a biography out. He probably wanted me to plug his book while he was here.
That's right. That's right. Very interesting biography.
But when he sneaks in at the end just before stoppage time, he doesn't get the plug for his book that he deserved.
Well, hopefully we can maybe sneak him back up here in the middle of the Gordon Jago Supergroup Final. But again, just a wealth of knowledge and just a generous person with his time and with his knowledge, and just from the organizational part, from clubs. He's worked with the U.S. national team. He's coached the U.S. national team. My recent visit to England, I mean, everybody knows him over in London. A cab driver knew him.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
I remember when I did the Dallas Sidekicks with you back in, what was it, 03, 04?
Mm-hmm.
I had just done a couple of games, and as you know, I had no idea what I was doing. And Gordon came to me and said I was doing a good job, and that meant the world to me. Moffin Swanee is going to add a goal here for the Cedar Stars. Ending this game in style. The Stars from Newark, New Jersey are going to win the game 5-1 over Baltimore Celtic. And Moffin Swanee, what a substitution he turned out to be in the second half. And that's going to be the final touch of the game. Moffin Swanee's goal that gives them a 4-goal victory in the U18 title game at the 38th annual Dr. Pepper Dallas Cup.
What a great result for this group from New Jersey. Come in as the wild card. They come in here to the final and win it 5-1. What a great effort. They just got stronger and stronger as the tournament went on.
An impressive performance here this afternoon by the Cedar Stars as they defeat Baltimore Celtic. And Baltimore Celtic, they look exhausted.
They do. They do. They look pretty tired from the very start, actually, from the very first half. But, hats off to them. They had a great tournament, a good run. They just ran into a team today who was just on a mission.
They ended up in second place in their group via goal differential and get through as a wild card, as Dev mentioned. They go all the way, winning the championship. They'll lift the boot and ball trophy after beating Baltimore today 5-1. Moffin Swanee scoring the final goal. It was Pinheiro who scored twice. Gallivanis and Johnson also had goals today for Cedar Stars, your U18 champions at the 38th annual Dr. Pepper Dallas Cup. We've got the U19 title game coming up. Two English sides battle next on Spectrum Sports.